and grow and grow. And I feel like now I'm finally at the point in my life where I'm like, all right, it's go mode. My dreams are completely attainable. This is what I have to do to make them happen. And this is what I'm going to do to make them happen. Like, I'm finally at a place in my life where I just feel fearless.
Dope dialogue.
In LA.
Create your path, yeah.
Oh, my first year in LA, I was a hot mess. I got caught up in all the sauce that you could be caught up in LA. So that was my first year. And then my second year, honestly, my second year up until now is now my 5th year. I've just been slowly transforming. I've gotten really into spirituality and deepening my connection with God, and deepening my knowledge of who I am, like meditation, prayer, everyday journaling, getting these things out of my head and onto paper, and just seeing like how I need to work through certain things instead of letting like all that energy be pent up inside of me. I've just been able to release a lot of stuff and grow and grow. And I feel like now I'm finally at the point in my life where I'm like, all right, it's go mode. My dreams are completely attainable. This is what I have to do to make them happen. And this is what I'm going to do to make them happen. Like, I'm finally at a place in my life where I just feel fearless.
Yeah, that's dope. How'd you get there? Is that something that was, did you have a teacher or somebody to guide you in that spiritual aspect? Or was it like just common knowledge for you to be like, all right, I'm a journal. I'm going to, meditate and just transfer this energy?
So this is my journey. I'm just going to go through my whole journey, streamlined, so it's nice and cute size.
Smooth.
So it started a few months before I moved to LA. I saw this movie on Netflix called The Secret. I know this is a large part of everyone's like spiritual path in the beginning. They read or watch The Secret. And it's pretty much telling you about the power of the mind, about how literally anything you want in life, if you think you can do it, the universe, God is going to align that to make it happen for you. So that's what sparked my interest in like, oh, so just because these are my circumstances now doesn't mean that this is the way my life has to go. I can do like a complete other thing. So I went from that, and actually when I watched the movie in Michigan, then when I moved to LA, I was staying in an Airbnb at first, and the girl I was renting the room from had the book, The Secret. So I watched it in Michigan, then I read the book like my first week in LA. And then from there, I just slowly developed a meditation practice, which I still am not the most consistent with, but I definitely recommend getting consistent with that. I dabbled with yoga, off and on, nothing too serious. And then last year, after I have a baby, she's 1. So she sparked this whole new, it was like a new fire. Like, I was always kind of like in and out of it, but I was like, okay, no, like there's things that I need to heal. There's things I need to work on to be a better example for my daughter, because I don't want my daughter to get wrapped up in low self-esteem, not having confidence, not, knowing that she can do whatever she wants to do. So I felt like the only way that I can really show this to her is if I live it. So I kind of got to a point where I felt stuck. This was back in like July, August, and I was in an acting class, and my teacher, I was doing a scene, and she pretty much told me, like, you have this mask, and for some reason you think that that's what people want to see, but it's not you, and it's okay to be you. And I don't know what it was, but she just sparked something in me. And there was this, my homegirl was always posting on Instagram about her homegirl, who is a Reiki sound healing specialist type of vibe. She has a lot of other stuff too, but that's the most streamlined word I can use to describe her. She's a healer. And so I just made an appointment with her, and I didn't know what to expect. I was like, okay, I'm just going to go to this healer appointment, and I'm just going to see what happens. And it was 3 hours. I pretty much told her my whole life journey and what I wanted to work on. And she did lots of sound healing with me, and we drank tea, and it was awesome. She gave me tips for how to continue my healing on my own, because we're all our own healers. We don't need to go to a healer. We can do it ourselves. You just need to know, like, hey, this power is in me. And ever since then, like the day after I woke up and I was expecting this like instant change, and I was like, oh, I still feel the same. Maybe it didn't work. But now, so that was last August, so like almost like a year, almost half a year later, I'm like, oh, so this is like a slow burn, because now I'm at this point where I've put in the work consistently to heal myself, and now I'm at this point where I'm like, oh, this is the woman I always wanted to be, and she was always like right in me. I just had to like peel back all the layers of like the pain and the trauma and all that.
Well, that's dope. So then you
I feel like I just went on a ramble, so I hope that answered the question.
That answered it perfectly.